Hey everyone, this is the Kubeflow community call for the 20th of January 2026. We are a CNCF project, which means that you have to follow the code of conduct. Please be nice to each other is pretty much the gist of it. New people, we always like to have a first introduction for new people, and I think we're kind of structuring it like this now, where we have first off, we say that there is lots of meetings for Kubeflow. This is only one meeting. If you want to find more, go to the Kubeflow community section on the website and then scroll down to meetings, and then you'll see all of the various meetings. And so it's a little bit confusing, but there is now a calendar on this website here, so you can see it. It's a bit okay. There we go. It loaded. You can register for specific meetings. So some meetings don't occur every week, so make sure you skip to the next week if you don't see the one you want. And then you click register. So for example, to register for this call, which means get an email in your inbox, you click it, you click register, and then you have to add your email. I think I've already registered for this one, so it would obviously show up down here as enter your email, and then you'll get an invite and any updates if the meeting gets paused or changed time or anything like that. Okay, and so there is a guide as well, which I have not seen, but I'm sure it's fine. So there is a YouTube video here apparently, which helps you do that as well. One last thing as well is join the join the CNCF Slack and then join our channels. So here are the links to the main channels. We have one for each major component, and some overall ones. And the last thing we always like to do is if anyone's brand new in the call and wants to quickly say hi, they're welcome to say hi. And can people hear me? Sorry. People saying they can hear me? Yes, they can. Cool. Okay. If anyone's new to the chat, first time callers, anyone want to say hi? Feel free to unmute. You don't have to unmute. You can also just say hi in the chat.
Yeah, I
So
can
we've
see
got some people.
Rahul and nice to see you here. Thanks for joining.
Cool.
If
Hi,
you want to introduce
actually,
yourself, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. I just joined the call. I'm new here, was just diving into Kubeflow community and notes. I really like what you guys are doing. Would love to contribute and know more about the project. Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome. Always recommend going and looking at the meetings for each component. Find a component that you're interested in using or contributing to, and then join those meetings is the best next step. Anyone else want to say hi? Okay, cool. Let's keep going. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, GSOC. So Ramesh, are you here today? Hopefully. Okay, cool. So we always just want to highlight it because lots of people join around now because of GSOC. So technically, you can't submit your proposals yet if you're not. So the thing that we need people to do right now is we need the mentors to finish their proposals, getting their proposals on the website. So I think the way we said it last time was that we added that we weren't going to we're going to merge this template. I don't know how this template didn't get merged. We need to probably do that, and then we're going to have a vote on with the maintainers of each project to pull request in each one, rather than having them all be voted on at the same time like last time, which was a very confusing process. If anyone's got anything else, but Andre, I think we need to get this one merged as soon as possible. Do we agree with this
Yeah, so we
template?
need Ramesh to fix the issue with redirects and we can approve it. Yep. I don't think Ramesh is here in the
I
call,
can
so.
probably push to his branch, or one
Okay,
of
if
us
you can,
can.
yes, we can
And it's like
approve it. All right.
anyone with like write access on the repo can push to his branch, and then someone else can improve it. So
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay.
let's definitely do that after this because we really need to get those pull requests in. Otherwise, we're going to be scrambling at the last minute. Because we've already been approved as a mentor, or maybe we haven't been approved yet. Sorry, we've submitted our application. I wish I knew exactly the status on this, but I think the date is that we need to
submit
okay, we
for
do.
the application. To submit for the application, you need to hit the target. So Ramesh have asked, for example, yesterday in the hub bi-weekly meeting, he asked that for the mentors in the each working group to submit their proposal of the project and their candidature for being the mentor, so their availability for being a GSOC mentor by the end of the month. so that he can sort of like fix things up in between February 2nd and February 3rd, send the application to the GSOC, if I remember correctly. So indeed, the call to action is if you can please just fix whatever template is needed and just merge this PR, and then ask each working group to submit their proposal as a pull request, so that before February 3rd, so at the end of this month, every proposal with each GSOC mentor, that is raising a hand to be a mentor, can be made in the package and submitted.
Yeah, so I think probably should aim to do that. Let's get this merged today, but then also let's try and get them pull requests up by next week. You know what I mean? Because like it's really getting great.
The earlier the better, yes.
Yeah. Okay, because also I really still want to highlight that we're not going to let process be broken again like last time, where you have to like the leads of the component do have to agree with your proposal. So, you know what I mean? That's really important. I need to make sure that so people can't use this to avoid KEP. So if your working group that you're trying to propose a project for says they need to be a KEP, then you need to get that approved first. You know what I mean? So you don't have people submitting confusing work. Okay, so but anyway, the first step, let's get that merged. The next step, let's get each working group which has mentors that want to do mentoring to raise their ideas as proposals. I mean, strictly speaking, you can raise a proposal as a student that isn't on the list, but normally students only get approved if they're on the list of the proposals. Anyone else got anything about GSOC? Merge the template. Okay, so outreach program, Valentina?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here. Hello, everyone. So yeah, Tarek, I know he has some updates as well. So exciting news. So we will have our first public meeting from the outreach program. So this will be January 30. So yeah, the date is the time is there. So I think it's the Pacific time. So I will clarify the time zone. So, but also I included the meeting notes, and the goal for that meeting is to have. So we usually communicate, through a Slack, but we want to hear other voices as well. This is an opportunity to, explore outreach opportunities. Learn about how to start contributing. So every week I receive at least one person asking, like, how I can start contributing. So we usually chat over the Slack. Sometimes we have, async meetings, but I think this is a great opportunity for the community and anyone who want to learn how to start contributing with Kubeflow, what type of opportunities, where to start. So we want to use that meeting to, help the contributors to get started, but also learning about like future events or any other topics. Maybe you have ideas about, outreach, about how to grow the community. Maybe there is something that is not working for you. Maybe, like the meetings, it was kind of challenging to learn like where all those meetings are, like how I can get registered. So hopefully, now it's working fine. But we want to hear your thoughts on that. Maybe on the website, maybe on the technical documentation, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're trying to set up, Kubeflow in your local environment, you're having issues. So we can bring those into the working groups. So we want to be that, bridge between you, the working groups. Of course, you can join the working groups directly, but if you are like, hey, I have seen this, on this issue and all the components, or I don't know how to be part of the working group. So connect with us. We are looking forward to have you. We will meet monthly. So if you cannot make it, we meet monthly. So that I think is, it took us some time to get together and, set up this meeting. So thanks for the patience. But yeah, excited about, having this public meeting. I think it will help, with clarifications and discuss current events that, we have, I think, like 3 ongoing events right now. So yeah, I don't know, Tarek, do you want to add anything?
No, I think you covered it all, Valentina. Thank you.
Of course. since we are here, yeah. So, and then KubeCon Europe. So still there is some days for sponsorship. We do have. So this is just for everyone who is joining the first time. This is our first collocated event that we are doing jointly with the Cloud Native AI collocated events. It's a very special event for us. It will be a broader and bigger event with multiple tracks where Kubeflow will have its own track. So we are very excited about that. The schedule has been published. We promote it in social media. We also have a promotion plan where we want to promote every week the different sessions. The maintainer session was accepted as well as KubeCon. So if you have anything as well that you are planning on doing at KubeCon that you think we could highlight that is related to Kubeflow, let us know. What else? Sponsorship, tickets, scholarships are available as well. So
there's a closing soon as well. So if you need sponsorships, please apply. We don't want to have people not go just because they couldn't afford to go. This includes flights. I believe it literally includes flights as well. So please propose. Please, if you're a maintainer of Kubeflow and you would otherwise be unable to go, please. If your company is sponsoring you, you're not going to be able to go get a free ticket. But what I'm saying is but you can go. But if you're a student or an independent person, there's a chance you might get a free ticket. So please do it.
Yeah, if you need any help, like if maybe you're writing, the letter or anything, let us know. We can review it.
So that's actually a really good call out. Anyone who's on the maintainer list can sponsor people to go as well. You know what I mean? So they should give a referral effectively.
Yeah. I think for KubeCon Europe, that's all. We have several sessions across, KubeCon, so which is great, like lightning talks, the maintainers, I mentioned, and others. So we want to, highlight everyone who is speaking on behalf of, Kubeflow and representing our community. And also I want to congratulate all the speakers who got sessions accepted. If you didn't this time, don't worry, and hope you are attending, and maybe, next time we can help you review the abstracts, to help get the session accepted. But I know there were so many, like I do have, a lot of my sessions on waiting list. So, so is that. Then we didn't list KubeCon India here, but I know.
Let me copy it.
Akash, I think he was here. Yeah, Akash, he will be attending. Yeah, do you mind sharing? Thank you so much, by the way, for contributing, and go for it.
Sure. I think last community call we shared there is KubeCon India happening on 18th and 19th of June in Mumbai. So I asked people who want to contribute. I think a lot of at least 20-25 GSOC contributors are from India if they are willing to attend, and we have CFPs and other things. So I said that. I think we are also planning to have a maintenance session as well, along with a few other sessions who want to submit from their side. I think Sanskar is here in the call. He also want to submit a CFP. So we are planning to submit a common CFP as well. So let's see how it goes. I have submitted the form for getting the booth. Probably will get, because I think I checked the rules. All the incubating projects will be getting one booth. So I think we'll be good to go for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for representing our community in this event. So if you need anything, let us know. Thank you for submitting for the project table. And so there are a couple of opportunities you could submit as a lightning talk for what I saw, and then the maintainer that we talk. So let me know. I can submit it. I think it needs to be a maintainer who submitted, but then you will be the speaker. Shasisar can be the speaker, and if there is any maintainer who can join, maybe we can do a virtual. I don't know, that we did it for Japan, like some people were there, and then other people recorded the video. So I think we could do that this time, hopefully. So if anyone is interested in joining as a speaker for KubeCon India, join the outreach channel, reach out to me or Akash or Chao about this.
Yeah, and yeah, one thing, deadline is very, very short, it's like 1st of Feb, so that's just 10 days. So yeah, I mean, please do submit as soon as possible, whoever is willing to submit. And yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
have
do we have a link for the CFP? Sorry.
Yeah, I think I have shared in the previous agenda. I'll share in chat. So and there is deadline as well for a few of the students if they are contributor and if they cannot what do you say afford or cannot pay the full amount, they can opt for a scholarship as well.
Okay, I found the link. Okay, cool. And do we have a link for the scholarship as well?
It will be there in the
Let me-
agenda. Yeah.
Scholarship. Okay, someone find that and add that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you
Anything
so
else?
much again for helping on this. So Akash, do you have a topic in mind as well? Is there anything that you need help from, writing the abstract? Let me know, I can help.
Yeah, sure. I'll share the abstract in the channel. I think that would be better.
Amazing, thank you.
Sure.
Then, Tarek, do you want to share anything in here or about the virtual events or anything else?
Yeah, I think we can mention an update about the virtual event. So we're gonna have a meeting with CNCF probably next week to coordinate more details about the event and probably also having the link for it so that people can submit for the sessions and so on. So I think it's most likely the meeting would be on Friday next week. That's the last update for the virtual event.
So any actions for the community here on that one?
No, I think it just the Valentina, David, and me will attend this for coordinating the event, and then we get more details and share it with the community.
Okay, cool.
I have a question for Andre. Andre, I am looking at KubeCon Japan this year. So last year, we didn't have any co-located event, right? Like I'm trying to remember, and you were there.
No, we
Because
don't
right now
have. We
it's
just have
empty.
maintenance track. That's it.
Okay.
It was only maintenance track.
Do they usually have any co-located or not?
Not sure because it is just much smaller than US and Europe.
Yeah. All right.
I think they sold out last time, is what they said, and they ran out of tickets, and that so many people wanted to go but couldn't go. I think they're working on that for this year. But
Yeah, I will try to find out from the CNCF because right now there is just a sponsoring register. There is nothing else. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's keep going. I'm just trying to get the exact date. It's which is the where is the location of the EU one again? It's Amsterdam. There we go. Cool. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, so the virtual event. So I guess we'll just wait until next week for updates. Cool. Okay, I don't know what this one is. So who's Rain?
Say again, Matthew.
What's this one? Sorry, I don't know what this one is. This is topic here on
Look,
the
she can't see your screen, Matthew. We can see the KubeCon, not the meeting notes.
Ah, that is interesting.
This is the headlamp plugin.
Yeah, sorry, I just realized my my notes weren't visible. That's awkward.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is the item that I suggested. It's about a headlamp plugin. And headlamp, for those who don't know, is a Kubernetes SigUI project. It's like just a generic Kubernetes dashboard type thing. But we have integrations with lots of other CNCF projects. And so this proposal is about showing some of the Kubeflow resources inside Headlamp, and then like linking into Kubeflow UI where appropriate. Yeah, the main goal is to make something for operators who are using Kubeflow along with other things inside Kubernetes. And so we have three mentors for this project from the Headlamp side. And so we're looking to see if anyone is interested from the Kubeflow side. And then also we're looking for feedback, especially as the project goes on, about which sort of like CRDs and resources we should show within the interface and what makes sense. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring this up in this meeting. Maybe if there's anyone interested, please contact me. The proposals are due today. So
Yeah, that's it, isn't it today? Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, they usually give a bit of extra time. So probably the proposal is kind of ready, but we can change it if there's any feedback, or we can easily also add a co-mentor or backup mentor if anyone wants to volunteer for that. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome. Okay.
No, I think I just want to, can I ask a question to Rene? I think this is great from my perspective. I think we should definitely move forward to this integration too. So let me ask you a few questions on the headlamp user personas. So it's usually for administrators, right? Who want to see the overall cluster status and CRDs, right, being deployed there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are a couple of different ways Headlamp is deployed for people. Sometimes people deploy it in their organization as like a for like developers as well, and so the interface sort of shrinks down, and they just show some things for developers. But then also operators use it, like Kubernetes operators, to manage clusters, and like if there's problem with the cluster, and there's all sorts of like observability things built into there and stuff like that.
Are there any additional, like functionality on top of, just using kube control in terms of, what you can see? You can see logs or metrics or any other useful information for observability.
Yeah, so you can see logs and metrics. So there's like integration with Prometheus logs. So I'll talk about like we have this Carpenter integration as a concrete example, and so that has metrics, and then we show some of those metrics within. There's like a map view, and then so it sort of shows relationships between different types of resources. But then we also have other like more advanced things like real-time eBPF based traceability for all these things with this project called Inspector Gadget. So we've worked with them for a long time. So that's one of the more interesting use cases.
That makes sense. And all this integration with, other CNCF projects, like, do you have some sort of plugin mechanism, like how users can, add additional CRDs, right?
Yeah, so we have a plugin mechanism, and a lot of the projects are based around CRCDs. But then also, there can be like some projects use command line tools as well as CRDs, sorry. And the other integration point is with metrics from something like Prometheus.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. I think, good.
I was just going to say, we have one with Backstage, for example, which is more like linking between the two projects, because obviously Backstage is already a user interface. So between the different Backstage like resources, we link back into Backstage, and we have something where Backstage links back into Headlamp where appropriate.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Like we should definitely, brainstorm in terms of, for example, like should cluster admins use Headlamp UI for CRD editing? Because like we try to give them abstraction to, especially for scientists, right, who want to do ML. They don't really, understand how CRD works, but at the same time, they can leverage CRDs to submit, training jobs, inference jobs, pipelines, or any other type of, ML activities they want to know in the cluster. However, like, from the, platform admin perspective, that would make sense to give them additional tools to, visualize what they have in the cluster, right? How you can debug things, and like what actually your team of scientists submitting, right? So again, like I think it's a great proposal, definitely. Like, happy to help you if you need, because I know there are a bunch of CRDs. We have I think 6 projects right now, even more coming in. So and there are different CRDs we maintain. So we might need to think about what do we want to display initially, right? and how we want to structure them as well.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of information we would love to get from people in the Kubeflow side.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
we
right.
should. I feel like it's
Can
one of those
imagine
per
an
project
idea
things,
about
though. Partially, right? It's one of those things where I think definitely you should focus on specific pieces of Kubeflow and integrate with them, because obviously each project is kind of has its own controllers and everything. So
Yeah, I think this is what we can brainstorm. I think, some people, deploy all the CRDs to have the, end-to-end ML platform, but some of them may be just using Spark, for example, right, from Spark operator. But I mean, like from the plugin perspective, I think from a headlamp, you will still have this under, Kubeflow sub umbrella, right, of all the CRDs. But anyway,
I feel like they
we
might be
can,
so different. That's what my worry is, that they might be so different. Like for example, for notebooks, I wouldn't even try and pass our CRD. Our CRD is very complex. You know what I mean? It's better to just use the UI of notebooks for 2.0 at least.
Yeah, but like what I want to say, I would kind of distinguish the personas here because, like, from my understanding, headlamp it's more for SRE slash platform admin, which is, however, Kubeflow dashboard. Yes, we kind of like we don't have this separation right now on the Kubeflow dashboard by personas, but ideally we should have a different UI for scientists than for platform admins. Which means like for what makes sense for platform admins doesn't make sense for
We
scientists.
actually do have this in notebooks now. So we've actually started doing this in notebooks for 2.0. There's a
Yep.
separate page that only admins, cluster admins are meant to see.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm happy to read the proposal, Renel, and if you need any help to coordinate different working groups, happy to help you. Like if you need anyone from
Great,
outside.
thanks.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Andre, you're next on the list as well.
Yeah, I want to quickly talk about it. So first of all, we released Kubeflow SDK 0.3. So this has a couple of enhancement and new APIs. We have these release notes, and I think we also published a few YouTube videos to help people to familiarize what we do, how scientists can use the different activities in Kubeflow SDK, specifically how they can do training, parameter optimization, and also fine tuning with a single with the built-in trainers. And I think there are also like an instruction how you can do. How you can submit jobs using the local and container backends. We probably going to have more videos in the future once we have support for Spark, model registry, pipelines, but that will happen in the future. But definitely, like 0.4, we have a lot of exciting things coming in, especially for Spark and model registry. So we'll keep you posted for this. Really great to see activities across all the different working groups to who want to chime in and try to build this experience with us. So looking forward for the next releases.
Cool. Any comments about that before we quickly move on? Okay. Awesome. SDK is important. Let's all try and integrate with it. Okay, so this one we were talking about in the notebooks working group as well, which is the future of to make what should we do with the Kubeflow/Kubeflow repo. I think there was one of the proposals was the one you listed here, which is to make a final release and just like point to the release of the somewhere, maybe the website or something. Was there any particular reason why you wanted this one? So I think the three proposals that we had were do nothing, effectively just leave the last version as the last version. One of the proposals was that. Another proposal was so we're talking specifically about the sidebar here on the Kubeflow/Kubeflow. So we have old releases here, but now we're not releasing. So first option was just edit this to say this is the last release, but this is actually only for code that was in this repo. Here's the link to the other one. The next proposal was that we cut one major release for each calver, but don't actually change the code in the thing. We just create it so that the repo has a release on a date. Another option was that we cut a final release called look for other releases here. We link people out. Did you have any preference or?
Yeah. So my preference is to have some sort of common release here, additional one, which says, if you want to see other Kubeflow project releases, please see this this repos, and we can link all the repos in this, some sort of boilerplate release. From my perspective, I don't think we should add the Calvert here because it's kind of like a manifest release. And like, this is not actually the Kubeflow release, right? Because this is the release of Kubeflow AI reference platform. And I don't want to because the thing is like if we need to maintain the Calvert here, we need to have a release branches and tags, which doesn't really make sense for this repo from my perspective, right? This repo is just empty repo.
No,
I
we
don't
could
think we need to
tag the
tag it.
main commit. We could tag the main commit. That's what I'm saying. You just keep tagging the main commit over and over again. But it's all I'm saying. So it's
Yeah.
more about, do we want it on the sidebar here? That's just what, because this repo still has a lot of people on it. You know what I mean? It still comes up on Google.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear other perspective. For me, it doesn't really make sense, but I don't know what others
This has
think.
got a high SEO. That's all I'm saying, right? It's just a repo
Yeah,
that looks
and
like
from my perspective, because it has higher SEO, we want this repo to be a gateway for other projects, right?
But that's
So
what I'm
people
saying,
go
right? So
here.
that's all I'm saying is we just make a release every 6 months in here, which is the Calver, and then link to their component versions. Or we could just not do that. Those are the three options, right? We could either do nothing and just leave it as it is, or we could make a new release.
Yeah, because in any case, we need to go do Calver release in the manifest repo. So like it's like two additional steps, we need to do.
At very least, we should probably make a release here once we make 2604, which says that this is look for releases in another location. But I don't think we should do it until then. Right? Or do we have a page to link to? Okay, that's okay. Either way, whatever we're doing, where are we going to link to? I think that's the question I want to ask.
What do you mean?
So there's a website page, right?
Okay.
Which is releases, very strangely called something else now. I assume we're linking to here.
No, like again, from my perspective, we shouldn't link here. Like, from my perspective, we should just make a boilerplate here. I mean, just to say, Kubeflow project, right? Or, Kubeflow sub-projects.
But
And
that's
we
what
link
should
all
be
the
in here
sub-projects
as well,
here.
right?
Yeah, but this is different, right? Kubeflow/Kubeflow is just a gateway for other sub-projects on their ecosystem, right?
Okay, but what I'm saying is, where are we linking to? That's what I'm asking. So we make a release right now. It was called,
Okay.
look
0.0, I don't know, or look for, sub-projects,
yeah,
something
just
like this.
don't call it v anything. Just say like
Yeah.
Link to releases. Maybe just link to releases or something, right? And
Yeah.
so where are we linking?
Yeah, so link to releases, and we link. I mean, we can just copy paste the table we have on the README, right? This is one of the example can be.
In this
Like
table,
in README, yes, we do have all the sub-projects here.
And do we want to link at all to this part at all?
I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, we can also link at the end, like if AI reference platform releases, if you want to.
I just do think that especially, I think once we do this Cal version thing, people will standardize their releases on it, I'm imagining, but yeah, we'll have to see. So when do you want to do this by? That's my main question. We should.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it. So it's at some point before 0.3, right? Sometime in end of January. I mean, what others think? Again, like I'm not like a final decision here maker. I know Julie's not on the call, but what others? Any objections? I mean, any thoughts here?
Personally, I think it's like it works. Is like just my personal opinion. It just works. You just put the table in Markdown. You can even link it to the website. If people wants to sort of like have a website, it's like you can drive sort of like from there to the different components or repo and from the website both in Tom. I would say like call it I don't have a strong preference for the name. It's like something like a C also or like a latest whatever like rolling. It's either way I think it's going to be fine. And also you can always change it that one because that is
Yep.
a release page. So I
So
don't
my
see
only worry is that means that at 10 years from now, this will be the last release in here.
No,
you
like
can
yeah, good, Mika.
you can call it like a see here instead. Things like this. Call it a see here instead or like a navigate
Link,
to.
well, a link to releases maybe or something.
Yeah, that works too. It's like, and then if later you find that you don't like it, you can always change it also again.
Yep. I think the question we should answer, do we need another tag after 1.10 in this repo?
Well, we should tag main. We should tag the head of main, right?
Yeah, but like, do you need another tag? right now being
Well,
created.
to create a release, you do need a tag, so you can't make.
Yeah, but you can. I guess like you can release in the same tag, right? Or you cannot.
I think it's probably you can, but I think it's probably better to just do it on main, right?
Yeah. But I guess like you still need to select tag, right, when you want to have a release, right? Yeah, but we need to create a tag basically to make a release. If you go to releases, if you click new,
Yeah,
you
I
will
understand.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I think that you can just create, you can just reuse the existing tag if so you wanted.
I think
yeah, draft new release on the right side.
I'm not
You
sure
will
that
see.
you can reuse an existing one that's already been made into a release, but
I think so, but happy to
either
be.
way, that's more of a logistical question. I think the easiest way to do it is just to make a commit called a tag on the main head of main. Correct? You need to probably keep going. That's what you're asking.
Yeah, Tarek, go ahead. You have a hands up.
Yeah, I mean, for consistency, maybe we can have the last release here is 1.11, so that we keep it consistent also with the manifest, and then
that's actually not correct because these versions were for the code that was in this repo, but that doesn't exist anymore. So that's what was what was confusing about these versions. This was not for the manifests. This was actually for the code in the Kubeflow repo, but there is no code in the Kubeflow repo anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. No, it's
that's why it's
confusing.
Yeah. That's why we need to do something. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, but just because the version numbers happen to be the same or close doesn't mean that they were actually the same.
So yeah, I think so. Basically, you can create the release without tag. I just save it as a draft, so it should be possible. We can do it offline. Yeah, you can
let's do
see
it
it right now.
Okay, cool.
So it's here. It's on a draft. So once we're ready, we can publish it.
Okay, cool.
You see it as well, right, Matthew?
Yeah, well, we'll see on the thing. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it works before you have. I don't think you can convert a draft without having a tag though, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we can try it out offline. All right.
Do you want to call it link to releases or what do you want to call it?
Yeah, it's we can also do it.
Actually,
Let's start
okay.
a thread.
I like that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, so handbook updates for Calvo. I think Tarek, you wanted to quickly say this.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, based on the discussion that we that Andrea raised in Slack earlier, we created a in Kubeflow discuss as well. There have been some discussions, so we created a pull request to update the release handbook. There are some comments from Andrea that I will go through, but please, everyone is encouraged also to review it, add more comments as well, so that we can update the release handbook to cater for like switching from the Semver to Calvary instead for the AI reference platform. So yeah, that's all I guess for this one. For updating the release handbook, there is also some available rolled in the next release. So if you're interested, please join the release team meeting. It's bi-weekly. It's available in the Linux Foundation calendar as well. So yeah, if you'd like to contribute, please join and we can discuss further there.
Yep. So yes, I was just saying. I wonder. I was just writing my note here. I thought we were going to do it like this, not with the full year. And also, I don't know. I've always wondered about this patch ending as well.
Yeah, I think the goal is to use just 26.3, just follow Ubuntu. I like what Ubuntu is doing though.
I do want to add this one note here though. For patch releases, I think this should be how we do it. Rather,
why I don't like RC.0?
No. RC wouldn't be so the first release would be 2604 with nothing. Whatever. Go. And then then if there is a patch release for that version, we add a we don't add a dot at the end. Otherwise, there's an implicit .0. We just add a dash patch.
Oh, okay.
That's my suspicion. I'm not saying we have to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's my idea rather than
Okay.
other
Yeah,
ways.
maybe we can all go over like the Calvert doc. I think it has some suggestions like how you can manage the patch releases. I think on Ubuntu they don't do patch, but it's fine.
They just add a
But
dot something when they need to, I think,
yeah,
right? But otherwise,
yeah,
it
like
looks like it's date. Rather, otherwise it looks like it's the day. You know what I mean? Which is kind of a bit confusing.
yeah.
And there isn't always
I
going
mean,
to be a patch.
yeah. So, but like as I can see, they just do 24 or 4.3.4.2.5. But anyway, I think it should be okay to have patch.
Okay, cool.
I think the only problem with additional words for me is, do we have any limitations with other semantic versioning? Yeah, we need to go over this doc to see if this is
It doesn't seem like there's any
it's allowed. Yeah.
precise requirement here.
Yeah, but I think like when I was reading through it, it's the four digits so that we don't collide with semantic version as well. But yeah.
The problem might be when you start releasing something additional binaries, like Python packages, Java packages, I don't know, Go packages, which might not really recognize patch. We did have this problem for RCs for like PyP, for example, because we cannot publish it's minus rc.1 to PyP.
I'm just kind of against having the last group not be a date. You know what I mean? It's very confusing if the last, like, that implies that it was released on the 1st of that month,
Yeah, that's also a little bit tricky. I think like hyphen patch or something is more clear, but it might collide with
release
artifact
candidates.
registry. Yeah.
So my recommendation, go over this calvert.org documentation and just to see what is allowed and not allowed, and try to follow one of those.
I don't think there is a prescriptive rule here, and we probably need to move on. We've only got 10 minutes, but I think we should all agree on whether we're doing, at the very least, we should agree on if we're doing 2 dates or 1 or 4 dates, and if we're going to have the final one be always a 0.0, which I think is confusing, or if we're going to have it be some other structure. Because I think Ubuntu does like 2404 dot something, right?
Yeah, not all the time. It has 2404, then 2404.2. So I can see they added another patch after the final release, and I mean it looks like that it's working fine for them. So
yeah, okay.
And they've been doing this, from a very long time. So
yeah, how do they do patches? They just do .1 at the end when they get a patch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, without the zero batting.
So there's just an implied 0, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can finalize that. Anyway, cool. Let's keep going. Anyone else got a comments about this before we move on? Okay, we've only got like 8 minutes, so let's blast through this. Valentino?
Yeah, just a friendly reminder for the working groups. So we released a 1.11 in December with the holidays and everyone, coming back. We are still needed to update all the slides with the features that were part of the 1.11 Kubeflow AI platform release, but also the videos. So I added the folders there. So the deadline is the end of the month. So if you have any, standing circumstances, you cannot make it, please reach out. Maybe we can record the video for you. But we really want to bring this to, closure so we can start promoting all those features that are part of that release. So that's just a friendly reminder for everyone. The next release meeting is this Monday. Tarek is the release manager, so he will be continue, this and following up on this. So yeah. So with that, Matthew, the other thing is the website. We need to update to have the 1.11, but we have this discussion in which I don't know what the process looks like, and I don't know if you can help me document it, or how
Yes.
can we move forward with that?
Yeah, we need to make sure that is the branch already created or not?
Is the branch already created? No, like I don't know what I need to do.
We need
So
to jump on a call and do it at some point. We need to jump on a call and
yeah,
do it at some point.
okay, yeah. Let me know if you have availability this week.
Yeah. Let's Thursday's probably best, but let's talk about it offline. DM me.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. That's all on my side.
Okay,
Thanks.
and so for 2603, anyone want to talk about this?
Tarek?
Yeah, this is the same prerequisite.
That's the same one, actually. Wait, yeah. Okay. So I guess we need people to join the release team?
Yeah,
Is that what's
exactly. Yes.
Where can
Yeah.
they do that?
So it's in the, I can share, it's in the calendar as well. I can share the link to it. Updated in the document, maybe.
So people should join the release team meeting.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's kind of a Zoom link. Can you link the registration?
Okay.
Cool. Okay, let's move on. We got like 2 minutes. Anyone else got anything about 2603?
I think we need to figure out the website topic sometime in the future.
Which website?
Because I know, so I think at some point we should talk about what we're going to do with Kubeflow.org. Because I know there are some discussions from different working groups, especially Kubeflow pipelines, and we also talk about an SDK that's how we structure Kubeflow website probably doesn't work for us. Because it's really challenging for users to understand the version of the specific projects when they go to Kubeflow.org. So not sure, what we can do there. And for example, Kubeflow Pipelines team, they want to move their docs to the repo, and they want to copy. Like for now, they want to have two websites, one in Kubeflow Pipelines, one in Kubeflow.org, and they want to. And when you do the release of these platform releases, they want to copy paste the documentation. But from the high level, we should talk about where the docs should live for the projects.
We should definitely talk about that in another meeting, but I think
Yeah.
I think we had some proposals last time where if projects wanted to version their docs separately, we could do some magic on the main website, which lets you select from a drop-down list of tagged versions. But I think there are big reasons why I would suggest we try and keep kubeflow.org as the main hub, even if it means restructuring it, just because of the SEO aspect.
Yep.
But it's more about technical. I think the question is more technical than it is about like whether we move, because I think we'll stay on kubeflow.org. It's just about how we serve it, right? We
Yeah,
can do
it's a
anything.
debate
We can
again,
just
right?
pass prefix.
Like,
We can just pass prefix.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. Like, I still have, like different feeling on this. That uh, what is the right solution here?
I think we should talk about this more later, but
Okay.
I'm just trying to find the link to this registration for people so people can join this meeting. So the link is on here. Oh, it is that one. Oh, interesting. So I was confusing the LFX part because I thought it was the thing. Sorry, you were right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Anything else about 26? 2 minutes? If not, then Mater.
I'll just use 1 minute or so. So just one thing that we wanted to share here, like others working group did. This is one of the things that we merged recently. So as part of also, sort of like it was during the onboarding on the graduation, we tried to also to streamline in the way that we generate as bombs and especially signature for container images. So we went through the CAP process within the working group and we identified a standard way that we can build on it. So the CAP sort of like describes the foundation criteria, especially assessing about what the previous ways that we were doing with GitHub Action, sort of like where they fall in short. So we found a way that actually allows us to do sort of like what you would expect, like just build the container images, attach some SBOM and then also sign it with the SigStore public infrastructure. So we went through that one, and I think that this one can also be maybe of interest for other working group if they are facing similar challenges. This allows us to produce especially the SBOM, which was one of the requests they received in the past and align with some of the OpenSSF scorecard principles that we have been receiving. So I just thought about sharing this one. So we have, of course, many others actually streams of work open in the hub, also known as Model Registry Working Group. But this one that you can see by joining the minutes of the meetings or the recording, and of course the meeting live. But this one is one that sort of like we concluded recently, and I just thought about raising it also here for anyone else who may be looking into similar details. Hope this helps.
Cool. And so you implemented this already?
Yeah, it's already in. So also the next container images release will follow this process. What we did is that we first, so in the hub model registry working group, we do releases every 3 weeks or so. So we did the last one with the previous things that are also supported already as BOM, but they were not signed. So now the new container image, like latest, are already pushed with this mechanism, and so that the next release also will contain these ones.
Cool. Probably something that we should talk about, making a requirement that everyone adds their attestations at some point. But yeah, and then it adds
That's another
just
story. At least I wanted to share because we sort of like we iterated through it in multiple steps. So and we found a way that sort of like now sounds like a good approach to us, and as a good lesson learned, I thought about putting it here.
Cool. Okay. We should definitely try and share those ideas. It's good. We need to figure out because we're doing similar things in notebooks as well. So I don't know if we can collaborate, but yeah, probably it's pretty simple. They're upstream tools. Maybe the requirement is that we just have a rule which says images have to have this, you know.
So the sort of like as always, it depends. In general, yes, it should work with just throw a GitHub action and then it should just work. The challenge that we wanted to implement the OpenSSF as BOM. So to do so, we wanted to rely on, for example, like using the SigStore tools for as much as possible, and especially for the signature, more than just relying purely on full the Docker toolchain only, because you can achieve analogous result only with the Docker toolchain, but then sort of like you don't have like the SPDX in the format that you want or the signature in the format that maybe you want. So with this way, it sounds like the best compromise that we've seen so far.
So did you end up combining the SBOMs together? Because I know that the one from OpenSSF or whatever it's called doesn't contain every Docker dependency.
So what it does is that it generates it generates this BOM for your container image the moment that you're building, and then you're attaching those.
Okay, so we're not doing it with the like this other SBOM tool we were using, right?
So for example, I remember that we used like a Fossa to try to get some of that one. The thing is that the problem, well, sort of like the limitation that I see there is that SBOM is generated after the fact, while this BOM is attached to the container image. So if you use the SigStore tools, you can see, oh, this container image and has a bomb attached and it's signed. So it's actually the GitHub action that at this point, sort of like at the moment of emission of the container images, are pushing what is bomb more than sort of like an afterthought or sort of like one request.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. We're a little bit over, so I'm gonna say if anyone's got anything urgent, please raise it. Otherwise, we'll stop the recording and people can have their day. Anyone? If not, thanks for coming.